This is your Midweek Inspirational Boost.
Hello, this is Minister Johnanna. I want to share how the connection groups have discussed building bridges. Forgiveness and reconciliation are deeply woven into the fabric of the biblical narratives in Genesis and Exodus. These themes illustrate God's grace and the transformative power of forgiveness in human relationships. Here are key examples in scriptures from these books that highlight the power of forgiveness and reconciliation. Let's talk about Joseph's forgiveness and his brother's betrayal. In Genesis 50:19 through 20, Joseph says to his brothers, "Don't be afraid. Am I in the place of God? You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good, to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives." Here, Joseph's ability to forgive his brothers who sold him into slavery demonstrates profound forgiveness. He recognizes God's sovereignty in his circumstances and chooses to reconcile with his brothers, turning their betrayal into an opportunity for God's greater purpose. When we look at Joseph's emotional reconciliation, earlier in Genesis 45:1 and 2, when Joseph could no longer control himself before all his attendants, he cried out, "Have everyone leave my presence." So there was no one with Joseph when he made himself known to his brothers. And he wept so loudly that the Egyptians heard him and Pharaoh's household heard about it. It was here that Joseph's emotional reconciliation with his brothers highlights the deep healing power of forgiveness. His tears reflected the release of years of pain and the restoration of familiar bonds. Remember, when looking at forgiveness, it is our obedience to God, thereby releasing all the weight of bondage and receiving God's restoration of love. Until next time, continue to build and live in love.